What is going on, IPBL fans? My name is Frosty, aka the Alpha Lycan Rock, and today I'm bringing you our Week 3 battle against Kress and her Adelaide Umbreons. Now, Kress has a very scary team, and especially on paper, it looks absolutely terrifying, as her team consists of Jirachi, Hydreigon, Togekiss, so she has the flinch core of Togekiss and Jirachi, Jellicent, Salazzle, Heliolisk, Chestnut, Cryogonal, Rhyperior, Feraligatr, and Diggersby. So, this is a very scary looking team, as Jirachi Togekiss can just flinch you to death. Hydreigon hits very hard, Salazzle is very fast, and Chestnut takes little to no physical damage. So, it's going to be very iffy team. So what I'm expecting her to bring is Jirachi Togekiss, Jellicent, because she knows that I have a Vaporeon, Heliolisk, Chestnut, and either Diggersby or Feraligatr. So I'm not for certain on that. Could possibly bring Salazzle, but I am expecting her to bring Heliolisk, as I really only have one immunity to it. Or do I have two? I think I have two, actually. Hold on. Let me look at my own team here for a second. No, I have two. I'm sorry, I have two immunities to it, but I don't have to worry too much about that. Why is this? Oh, clicked on it wrong. There we go. So, for this, let's start off by showing you the team that I'm going to bring. And as always, we have Alpha, our shiny Rockruff, cheering us on as always. I am sorry about the lateness of this video. We had to have this battle really late because Kress had some things going on in her life, so this battle is actually happening about a week or so after when we were supposed to be having it. So weeks 3 and 4 are going to be pretty much back to back. So with that, let's start with the first member of the team against Kress, and the first member I am bringing is going to be Killit, our Scolipede. Now this is a Groundium Z Scolipede with Earthquake, as this will pretty much OHKO Jirachi as long as it's not Sugar Berry. Ow, I got something in my mouth. With that, I have Poison Jab, Mega Horn, Earthquake, and then Baton Pass. So I didn't want to go with a four full move set or an SD set. Though SD would have been really good too, as SD Groundium Z pretty much OHKOs any mon on the board, guaranteed, no ifs, ands, or buts. And with speed boost, I will be outspeeding it. It has 236 speed, as this will outspeed naturally. I believe it is Heliolisk. Is it Heliolisk? Who's the fastest one? It was either Heliolisk or it was who was it? Salazzle. It's actually Salazzle. Salazzle is the fastest member of our team. So this will outspeed Salazzle, and at +1 it outspeeds Scarf Salazzle, and any Scarfer that she has. So with that, I decided to put Baton Pass on it in case I needed to Baton Pass some speed over to something else, because the next member of our team that we're bringing is our Rock Lee, and he is rocking the Life Orb Sheer Force with Flare Blitz, Superpower, Earthquake, and Rock Slide. Will absolutely decimate a team. It has 140 speed, Jolly Nature, 252 attack, and 116 HPs. So this thing will hit like a freaking truck, and should OHKO most things, especially if I +2 speed it. I will outspeed everything on her team, guaranteed. +1 pretty much outspeeds most Scarfs, minus Jirachi and I think Hydreigon full speed. So with that, I know I couldn't outspeed certain members of her team because of just the 95 speed tier, but I knew I could outspeed some things, as I can outspeed her Togekiss, the Jellicent, and her 78s in Feraligatr and Diggersby, just in case they were scarfed. I made sure that or just in case they were full speed, I made sure that I could outspeed it. And if I +1 speed, I outspeed one Dragon Dance Feraligatr, and I will be able to kill that with an Earthquake or something like that. So with that, let's go on to the next member of the team, which is going to be our... Why did that happen? No. There we go. Which is our Alexstrasza. Now this is a Soldu Alexstrasza. Full speed because I needed to outspeed Salazzle. As Salazzle is... I'm sorry, Heliolisk. I needed to outspeed Heliolisk. So I needed to outspeed, as Salazzle is her her fastest one at 117, but Heliolisk is 109. Unfortunately, Latias is 110. So in order to outspeed it, guaranteed every time, I had to full speed it. And so I had to make sure that I was full speed invested. So I'm rocking full speed, full special attack, and 4 in the defense as a timid nature. And I'm actually rocking the Soul Dew with only 2 attacks, Psychic and Dragon Pulse. And I'm also rocking Calm Mind and Recover. So I need to make sure that I do not get toxic. So, but with that, if I do see some Toxics, I have answers to that in our next mod, which is going to be our Nami. We're bringing Nami, the Needle Queen. Now, Nami is Black Sludge, a defensive nature with some SPDF, some speed, and a lot of special attack, and some HP investments. I think it's 156 HP, bold nature, 92 defense, 148 special attack, 76 special defense, and 36 speed. So it's very even across the board, as this outspeeds certain things. I think it outspeeds... This outspeeds Togekiss non-speed invested. And I should be able to Sludge Wave kill it. I can also... I'm also rocking Black Sludge for a little bit of recovery option here. Rocking with Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Ice Beam, and Toxic Spikes. So Toxic Spikes are definitely something I want to set up, because with Toxic Spikes, I can get Toxics onto things. Especially if she brings... things like Chestnut or Jellicent. Excuse me. I'm fully expecting that Jellicent to be... I'm fully expecting Jellicent to come, because I don't see a reason why it wouldn't come. Now, with that, if I do happen to get Toxic, I am not going to be worrying too much about it, as I am bringing in our Whitney. This is our full HP, full defense, 12 special defense, Scrappy Rocky Helmet Whitney, as I wanted to make sure that I didn't get walled by that Jellicent, so I can hit it every time, all times, without having to worry, as I'm rocking Milk Drink, Hillbell, Milk Drink, Stealth Rock, Hillbell, Body Slam. So Body Slam will hit everything, so I don't have to worry too much about it. Plus, I can also Body Slam the Togekiss and possibly even paralyze that Togekiss, sorry, not Togekiss, Jirachi. Plus, with Rocky Helmet, if it's physical Jirachi, I don't have to worry too much about that, because it will just kill itself, unless it's the SPDF version, which then I'm going to have to go all sorts into some shenanigans for that. Oops, sorry, hit the microphone. And now, lastly, we're bringing the last member of the team, which is our Narissa. Yes, we're bringing Narissa this time, as I'm rocking Wish, Protect, Scald, and Toxic. Yes, I do know that Jellicent could wall this set, but I am bringing Toxic for that, as I am full HP invested, full special defense invested, and 4 into defense. So I'm not worried about taking physical hits, because I do have Whitney for that. And so this is going to eat up all the special attacks that Whitney cannot. So they kind of cover each other. And I have double ice weaknesses, double ice resistance, so I don't have to worry too much about that, as I will be able... Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. I forgot. I'm not thick fat. I am scrappy. Never mind. But I can eat up a +1 waterfall from that for Alligator. That's why I rocked the Rocky Helmet, just in case she wants to bring the setup one. So with that, that is our team. As we have, again, we have Narissa, Whitney, Nami, Rock Lee, Kill It, and Alexstrasza. So now we'll go into the battle, and we'll see how we did. Alright guys, we're back, and here it is. Here's our battle with Crucial, aka Kress. So as you can see, she did bring the Togekiss. She brought the Salazzle, which I was really kind of surprised to see, since I had so many things that had Earth, that have some sort of Earth type of move or ground type of move to cover that. She also brought the Digger's Bee, the Chestnut, and that Jellicent. I was pretty sure she was going to bring that Jellicent and the Heliolisk. I don't know why I blank on the Heliolisk every time. So looking at it, my initial reaction when I saw this was to lead off with Kill It, as I felt this would scare out most things. Wait, do I lead with Kill It? I'm pretty sure I do. I don't know. So let's get into the battle. I don't remember who I actually lead with. I'm pretty sure I led with Kill It, because I felt that Diggersby would not Diggersby. You know, I don't even remember. No, I led with Alexstrasza. That's right. I live with Alexstrasza because I felt it was the best lead, as she leads out with Mavis, who is her Jirachi. So looking at it like this, I am pretty sure this thing is scarfed. I don't want to take a U-turn, and as I'm pretty sure U-turn is coming, I'm about the chance to see what set it is. So I go into Whitney, because if it's U-turn, she's going to take damage from this Rocky Helmet, and I can eat this U-turn up. So luckily I guess right. She does go for the U-turn. It does a little damage to me, and I actually do more from the Rocky Helmet back to her. So this is definitely going to weaken down that thing, as she does send in the Chestnut now. So now Now that she's sent this Chestnut in, she's either really confident that she can take my Whitney in a 1v1, as I know I can't be killed automatically from this, so I just decided I'm gonna get my stealth rocks up, and I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Here she reveals Toxic. It was a very good play on her part, as this could definitely whittle down my wall, but I'm not too worried about that, as I am, like I said, rocking the Heal Bell on this thing, so I don't have to worry too much about that, as I can Heal Bell this off and not have to worry too sorts of anythings to it. But here I decided to switch out, as I'm going to go into Nami, as Nami pretty much scares this thing out guaranteed, and it can't really do anything, plus the Toxic here is useless. So here I know she has to get scared out, because this Sludge Wave is coming. So, but instead of that, I figured that she would switch into something, and since I figured the Jellicent might come in, I actually wanted to set up a layer of Toxic Spike. So I decided to set up this layer of Toxic Spike, since she has no way of getting rid of them other than bringing that Salazzle in. And I don't see her bringing Salazzle in on a Nidoqueen, because Nidoqueen easily 1v1s that Salazzle. So even an HP Ice does nothing to it. At least it's not a 1-hit KO. So not wanting to take a Scald, I decided to go into Narissa, because I just want to scout to see if she's got it. She does have it. Water Absorb, doesn't matter. So here we go. I'm like, okay, this is why I brought Toxic. I'm gonna Toxic this, but she does very well homework, and she actually outspeeds and goes for the taunt. So that's very good for my opponent. She did some very good thing. It's just I cannot Toxic to stall this thing out. So since I can't do that, I'm going to switch out, and I think I decide. I don't remember who I decided to switch into here. I switched into somebody. I don't remember who I switched into. I know I switched. Who did I switch to? I switched to Winnie. That's right, because I remember I'm scrappy, so I can easily do this. So here, I'm just gonna take the poison damage. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I know I outspeed this thing, so I decided this turn I'm gonna get a Heal Bell off, as I'm gonna let Toxic rack up on her Chestnut, and I'm gonna get rid of the Toxic from me, so that way I don't have to worry too much about it. So I get rid of that, as she actually reveals Drain Punch, which is good, but it's good and bad, because it's good because she's going to be able to do super effective damage, but it's not enough to really do anything. And plus with Poison and my Rocky Helmet, she's actually going to take more damage than she regenerates. So I'll still be able to whittle this Chestnut down, as Chestnut actually just pretty much breaks even. So here I just decided I'm going to go for the Milk Drink. I'm going to let her kill herself on that. I'm going to let her kill herself with the Drain Punch. So as you can see here, it still does not do very much, as I'm, like I said, full physically defensive, as I can easily 1v1 this Chestnut all day, every day. So it's doing about 10 to 15% damage every time she does this combo. So here I think I Milk Drink again, just to get myself back up to full HP, knowing that she can't kill me. So here I am, got Whitney up full HP. She goes for the Toxic, but she misses. Now, here I decide to get aggressive, and I decide to switch out here. I believe I switched into Kill It, because if she goes for a Toxic again, I'm immune, and I'll be able to easily 1v1 kill this thing on the next turn. But she reveals the Synthesis, very good idea, very good prep on her part. So I've seen Synthesis, Toxic, and Drain Punch. I don't know what the fourth move is. I'm uncertain what it is. So here I'm just deciding I'm gonna go for the Poison Jab. I think I go for the Poison Jab. Yeah, I go for the Poison Jab here, because I didn't see a reason why not to, because of this. So I go for the Poison Jab. She's going to take the rocks damage, and going into that Salazzle, very good idea to soak up those Toxic Spikes. So here I do some decent damage, and now with the speed boost, it comes down to whether this thing is scarfed. If it's scarfed, it will outspeed me, but it is not scarfed, so I go for the Earthquake, and I'm guaranteed to kill this thing. And now one of my biggest problems with this thing, with Salazzle, is that Salazzle could poison my Poison type. It could happen. So I don't have to worry too much about that, as now I am going to, it's out of the way and I don't have to worry about it. Here, she brings in that Jellicent. Here, I'm just like, I know I can't do too horribly much damage, but you know what? Let's pop off. No. I decided to Baton Pass out. I decided to Baton Pass and get into something else. As I don't want to get burned, so I decided to go into Alexstrasza, which makes it really good for me, because if she goes for Willow like I was anticipating her going, then I get Willow burned here, but I have Recover, and I don't have to worry about it, and I don't have to worry about getting toxic stalled either. So here, this works out great for me as Alexstrasza is now burned. Can't be any sort of status any other way. Here she brings in Chestnut. I'm not quite sure why she brought Chestnut in here, because I can easily kill this thing with a Psychic. But here I take the opportunity to set up a Calm Mind, because at +1, she does little to no damage against my special defense. So, and I'm naturally bulky, and plus at +1, I'm going to hit like a truck. I am going to hit like a truck. So here, I'm not taking any sort of chances for this thing and whatever it wants to do. I'm assuming it could have knockoff or something like that. So I just decide to go for the Psychic and KO this thing should she leave it in. And Alexstrasza picks up the kill. So now Chestnut, a big major wall is gone, but I'm still having trouble with that Jellicent. So that Jellicent is still a problem. At this point, I'm not too worried too horribly much about it because of that. So here I just decide, I know the U-turn's coming because U-turn's going to do a decent amount. So I just decide I'm going to Calm Mind, and I know I'll speed her entire team. So I'm going to use this opportunity to Calm Mind, take the damage because I know she can't kill me unless she like high roll crits. I'm talking like full max high roll crit. She only does like 50%. So here she gets down to 44, and I'm like, okay, that works for me. And then she goes into Boy Listener, and I'm like, okay, well, even if this thing could do anything, I think it has Volt Switch, can't really do anything. It could have Dark Pulse, but Dark Pulse does nothing now that I'm at +2. Plus I outspeed it. So here I just decide I'm going to go for the Recover again. I see no reason not to because I could easily outstall this, but I need to be wary not to blow all my recovers before I need them. So this thing does a decent amount of damage. As I believe I go for the Dragon Pulse. Oh, no, that's right. I recovered. So here I'm pretty sure another U-turn is coming. So I just decide, I decide to recover again. Yeah, I decided to recover again, knowing that the U-turn is coming. So that way I can get myself right back up to just about full HP, as she does reveal the U-turn. And puts me in a pretty decent, puts me about 50%. So here's your Rings and Foot. Now here's where I got scared. If this thing is Choice Banded Quick Attack, this thing will KO me from this range after the burn damage I take. It has me within range to get KO'd. It's a high roll, but it's still a roll. And so I'm not for certain exactly its spread. So I decide I'm going to get out. And if it does any sort of physical damage, I'm going to get it to kill itself on Whitney, as Whitney can easily take this thing. So she ends up actually just going for the U-turn, which I guess was a good thing for me because I calced it and I actually would have taken a huge chunk of damage. So I would have had to just like recover myself as she goes, but she would have chipped herself down with all these rock entries. So getting up my rocks early was good because she has no defogger for that. So here I made a misplay and I forgot this thing got Focus Blast as I was just going for the body slam. But unfortunately she lands that Focus Blast and Whitney pays the ultimate price. Nothing I can do about that. Here I go in to kill it because I'm pretty sure it's either Scarfed or Spexed. I'm pretty sure it's actually Specs because I don't think she brought double Scarfers. So here I know I can eat it as I'm not too worried about it. So here I just decide I'm going to go, I believe I go for, did I go for the Toxic Spikes again? Or did I go for the Earthquake? No, I went for the Earthquake just in case she stayed in. Just in case she stayed in, I went for the Earthquake. As I did want to try and kill it as that Earthquake does nothing to that Jellicent. So, excuse me. So here I'm just like, I can't kill it. I can't Earthquake it down. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pop. I'm not gonna wait anymore. I'm gonna pop the ground DMZ, and we're gonna get off, and we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this ground DMZ head off. Now that there's only 2 mons that are weak to it, but I'm not too worried about those 2 mons because they're already getting whittled down pretty hard. And I wanna do as much as I can. So I unleash the Tectonic Rage upon this Jellicent, knowing that it will still survive, but it'll be severely weakened. So I do actually put it within range to get killed by a... I put it within range to definitely be killed by that, but she Scolds Burns me, and at this point now I know it is definitely without a range of being killed by a... an Earthquake. So there's nothing I can do now that this thing is burned, and my Heal Beller is now gone, so kill it has now become pretty much useless. So at this point I'm like, you know what, it worked once before, let's do it again. Let's baton pass right back into Alexstrasza and let's give her that +2 speed she needs, recover up, and see if we can get a Calm Mind up. I know this thing is pretty much going to recover, so I don't have to worry too much about that. because there's no way she wouldn't recover because she needs to recover. So she's walling me out pretty good with this Jellicent, and that's the problem, is that she's walling me out pretty good with this Jellicent. So, and plus I'm burned, so I'm taking small residual damage. So on this turn, I just decided I'm going to recover. I'm not going to worry too horribly much about it. I don't want to take too horribly much. I don't think she has the Hex, so I don't have to worry too much about that. As she goes for the taunt here, it was a very good idea on her part, as now I am unable to set up Calm Minds, and I am unable to set up Calm Minds or recover. So at this point, I just decided I'm going to click Psychic. It's the most damaging move, and as I clicked Psychic, I realized she could easily make the switch into Jirachi, as Jirachi will eat a Psychic very easily. So here I make a small misplay just by going for the Psychic, as if I went for the Dragon Pulse, it would have done a lot more damage, and then she would have whittled herself even further down. But right now, she's at 50%. I know the U-turn is coming. I don't have a switch in for it anymore, as, you know, I don't want to lose my speed. So I just decided I'm going to put the Dragon Pulse off. I'm going to put this thing, I'm going to start whittling this thing down, and I'm going to make it regret it going for these U-turns. So, but she actually goes for the Ice Punch. She does not actually go for it. She actually just goes for the Ice Punch. Here, she fears losing this thing to a Dragon Pulse. It is within range of getting killed with a Dragon Pulse, so she switches it out. I do actually go for the Dragon Pulse, and I decide to go for it. So, luckily enough for me, she gets out because it was a roll, and it wasn't a, it was a 50-50 roll. But knowing my luck, I could have gotten it, but I go for the Dragon Pulse here. And I do a decent amount of damage to this Jellicent. So it's definitely within range for me to kill it, but I don't want to have to worry. I realize this turn is the last turn of Taunt, so I can actually heal myself back up again. So that's definitely what I want to do. So I decide to recover myself back up to keep myself healthy, as I don't want to die in 2 turns to that burn. So I just say, screw it, let's do it. As she goes for the Taunt, now I don't have to worry too horribly much about it. Because before, if that were the case, she'd sack 2 Mons and I would have lost Alexstrasza in 2 attacks. But now I'm taunted again, I can't really do anything, and I'm definitely now within range of a U-turn. But also, she is within range of a Dragon Pulse upon entry with that Jirachi, so she can't outspeed me. So here I just go for the Dragon Pulse. She goes for the Recover. I'm mainly going for the Dragon Pulses because I don't want her to switch that Jirachi back in. Though I guess it wouldn't have mattered in hindsight. So I guess I could have gone for the Psychic either way, but I'm just going to keep spamming these Dragon Pulses, as Dragon Pulse and Psychic are both boosted by that Soul Dew that I'm holding, so I don't see a reason why not, as I can kill Jirachi upon entry should she bring the Jirachi back in. So I'm doing a decent amount of damage, but it's only about 40%, so she's recovering more than it's about 42% that I'm damage that I'm doing, so she's actually recovering more than I'm putting out. So that does suck. So I'm hoping that once this taunt wears off, I can at least get to a +1 and then kill everything at that point, because if I get to +1, I do almost 50%. She goes for a skull here, which was kind of weird. She didn't recover. So here she fears that she could easily be killed. So I believe my taunt wears off here too. Yeah, my taunt wears off. So here I go for the Recover again, as I don't want to be set on a number of turns and then be taunted into those turns. So I decide that Recover is the better option for me, as I want to keep this Alexstrasza healthy. She goes for Recover, and here's where I see my opportunity. Here's the opportunity I see. I can Calm Mind the next turn. She taunts me. I can immediately have a +1 Latias that allows me to KO everything on the board from here on. I'm +2 speed. She can't outspeed me with anything. She has nothing. Everything is weakened. And with Psychic and Dragon Pulse, I can KO everything after that. So I decide I'm gonna go for the win. I'm gonna get a Calm Mind up, as 1 Calm Mind is all I need to pretty much go toe to toe and 2-hit KO this thing, even through its stuff. So unless she wants to Recover stall me, but then she Recover stalls, and then I eventually can get to a +2 and kill it straight outright. So here I go for the Psychic, as +1 Psychic does a lot of damage. It does about 65%. So here she goes for the Scold. She now knows that she is in hot water because she cannot take me at +1, and so here I just decide there's nothing really she can do, so let's just go for the Dragon Pulse in case she wants to get cheeky again. And I know it's within range to die, so I go for the Dragon Pulse. She leaves it in, and we finally get this Jellicent out of the way after it's causing us so many little problems. But it's finally out of the way, and the only 3 mons she has left is she has that Heliolisk, she has the Jirachi, and she has the Diggersby. The Diggersby is the one I'm most worried about. So she brings in Boy Listener. She told me here that she calculated, she thought it was a berry, so she thought she had a chance to survive a +1 Dragon Pulse. She didn't realize I was holding the Soul Dew and that she actually stood no chance of surviving this Dragon Pulse. So she said she was very surprised to see that I had survived this Dragon Pulse. That she had died to the Dragon Pulse. Now here I'm a little scared again because I don't know what this thing wants to do. I am expecting this thing to have Quick Attack, so here I'm just like, you know what, let's sack this thing off. I can't really do anything else, but actually she doesn't have it. She doesn't have it, and I go for the Psychic. Psychic is a guaranteed KO at +1, so here I get lucky, and at this point all she has left is Jirachi. Jirachi is Scarfed, but it dies to Dragon Pulse. After Rocks and Dragon Pulse, it just dies, so it does not take a +1 Dragon Pulse at this range. So as it is, this is the last turn of the battle, and we end up winning this battle 5-0 against Kress. So this team, that Jirachi had me scared. Like as soon as I realized she started with it, and I was like, this is a Scarf Jirachi. Like I know this is a Scarf Jirachi. So it was a very good match. Played very well on both sides. As we took a 5-0 win on the back of Alexstrasza, our Latias. So as it is, thank you for the battle, Kress. I really appreciate it. I know you had a lot of things going on in your personal life, and so I appreciate you taking the time out to have this battle with me. I think it was a fun battle. I had a fun battle. I liked how my team played during the battle, and I played the team effectively. I knew my win con was always going to be Alexstrasza. As soon as I saw the team and I saw there was no Hydreigon, I knew that Alexstrasza was the win con for the team. Unfortunately, Rock Lee doesn't even touch the field, so I was really kind of hoping to use him this battle, but it just didn't work out that way. But it was still good. It was still a good battle, and so I'm not too overly. I think it was a good win. It was one we definitely needed to pick back up, especially after the really brutal loss from week 2. So it was it was just a really good battle. Unfortunately, I think I could have won 6-0, but I sacked off. I unfortunately forgot that Heliolisk gets Focus Blast. I had to think about the move, so I unfortunately forgot that the thing gets Focus Blast. So unfortunately, I can't really do anything about that. It is what it is. Whitney takes a death for the team, but Alexstrasza definitely makes up for it. So that is it. Like I said, we went 5-0, and now we are 2-1 at a +8 differential going into week 4. So week 4's match will be against Little Bigness and his Seattle Scissors. He has a very good team, as I will go into it more in the next video. So like I said, it's going off late, so actually I'm having this battle the day after this one, so I'm gonna start recording that video right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe as always, and I will see you in the next one, and have yourself a great day. Bye.